Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching, you share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with the Coldfield. How you doing today?
Hey, great, thanks. Yeah.
It's great to have you.
Yeah, no, it's interesting to talk to someone on the other side of the planet about our music. It's great.
Right, yeah, you're far away.
Yeah, down under.
In Australia, yeah. How's the scene where you're at in Australia?
The music scene, it's pretty good, you know. It's pretty active, lots of live music, and you know, I'm from Adelaide. It has a good music scene here, and Melbourne's a fantastic scene. It's really big over there in Victoria. Although they're in lockdown right now because of the COVID, so not much is happening in Victoria. But in Adelaide, we're still doing gigs, and that's great.
What about for your style of music, the post-punk, dark music?
Maybe not so much, you know. Maybe it's more of a rare thing, you know. But people like it; they dig it. They just haven't been exposed to it that much. Drum machines are a bit of a taboo in Australia, you know. So, but people don't mind these days. Like maybe 10 years ago, people didn't like the drum machines too much. They just like a live drummer. But you know, it's all right. You know, there's a few bands doing the kind of stuff we do, but just nothing like Europe or something like that.
And the Coldfield, for anyone who isn't familiar with you guys, you want to give us a little history about the band?
Yeah, well, Heath is playing bass, Heath Newberry, and I'm doing sort of everything else. And we played in a band together years ago called Black Coral, and we had like Heath was on drums then, and then we just sort of changed because we started going into the drum machines and the synths a lot more than we did with Black Coral. We just sort of renamed the band and just did it as a duo. So we call it the Coldfield. We started that a couple of years ago, yeah. And we put out an album, Black River, about a year ago, and now we just released Hollows. So yeah.
Hollows is an incredible album. Like each track is amazing. It's
really thank you.
Good.
Yeah, we worked pretty hard on it. Yeah.
Want to go into some details about the album? How long did it take to make, and what it represents?
Yeah. Well, it took about a year to make. Got 10 songs on it, and I don't know. We sort of wrote about 40 songs, like produced about 40 songs, and just picked 10 of the best really for the album. And so a lot of work went into it. Yeah, so you know. It's just the process of writing the songs is really just me starting with a drum beat and then adding some bass and then adding some guitar or vocals or synth and just layering up and chopping and changing things, and you know, just it's all done in the studio. We don't sort of play live and jam songs out. We just write them from scratch in the studio, and that's probably been the big change for us. When like our previous band, Black Coral, we'd like jam songs and play them live before we even thought about going to the studio to record them. So it's a totally different change of just a different way of doing things, you know. But yeah,
one of the best like post-punk dark wave albums I've heard for in a while.
Oh right, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's no, we're happy with the way it turned out. So now we're just trying to write our third album. We're just starting it really. We've got a few songs, but you know, just hopefully we can still pull off another good album, you know.
I really like the video you did for Endless Endling. It's a really good video.
All right, that was our friend Mark Jennings who did that. He's right into photography and that. He's never done a video before, but that was his first time of having a go at it. And yeah, so he did that, and he plays some guitar in the on Hollows and for guesting guitar, electric and acoustic. So even played a little bit of acoustic drums actually. But yeah, so he's sort of part of one of our old friends, and yeah, I think he did a good job with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you'll be doing another video before the next album?
Sorry.
Do you think you'll be releasing another video before you?
We're meant to be doing it. Yeah, we're meant to be doing another video for Hollows. We're thinking of doing it for Floating Above the Wasteland, but yeah, we're just trying to work out how to do it. Yeah, who can do it and that. So hopefully we'll get one out in a couple of months. But Mark can't do the next video. He's locked down in Victoria. So yeah, we just need to work that out. I'm not much of a video person myself, you know, so I need to rely on friends to get it done for me without charging me, you know. So yeah.
Now, if people want to look you up online on social media, get your music, how do they do that?
Well, we got a Facebook page and that, but we also a Bandcamp, you know, the Coldfield of Bandcamp, and that's sort of linked to our label, so you can get Cold Transmission, so you can get all our CDs and vinyl that's coming out at the end of the year. For Hollows, you can get all that through the label, but just through our Bandcamp page is sort of the main place where you can get it. And you know, we're also on Spotify and I think a bunch of those other streaming platforms. Yeah, so yeah, you know, just Google the Coldfield and you should find something. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of stuff on YouTube as well, some videos of the songs. Yeah.
And how did you come up with the name of the Coldfield?
I don't know. I think I was just trying to encapsulate like what the music sounds like, you know, sort of that cold wave thing, and yeah, no, I don't know really. I just played out with some ideas and just came up with it and stuck with it. Yeah, and then regretted it afterwards. Wish I called it something else, but you know, we're stuck with the Coldfield now, so that's okay. Yeah.
And what got you into this style of music to begin with?
You know, really, Black Marble, when they first came out, when they were quite a small band, didn't have much of a following, we discovered them, and their music just blew me away, and their music video Pretenders, I just loved it. I just watched it so many times, and I think, yeah, probably, I was going to say one band, I'd say Black Marble really just changed my idea of music and that, and yeah, I don't know, I just loved it so much, and was so interested in, you know, what was happening in New York then, and so that was like 2012 or something like that, you know, and yeah, so I think that, and then just discovered different bands through, like, that we really liked, like Cold Showers was another great band that we really liked. Their song BC was fantastic. So that's two American bands, and yeah, and then we just, things just gradually sort of snowballed from there. It's really from loving music, of this style of music, which got us into playing this style of music, you know. And we weren't following any Australian bands doing this kind of music. I don't think there were any Australian bands doing this kind of music, you know. So we just we're definitely internationally focused when it comes to starting the Coldfield and making the albums and that. And we're really glad we're on a German label, Cold Transmission, because that just adds to the international reach that we need. We can't really just survive off Australia because, you know, the post-punk thing in Australia is so small, you know. So.
Any plans to play live, or right now can't with the restrictions?
Well, we did a couple of weekends ago. We had our album launch in Adelaide, and that was fantastic. You know, it was a packed house, and everyone really loved it. So that was great that we got to do that, and we've got another gig coming up in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Which should be really good too. So yeah, fortunately in Adelaide we can still do gigs, so it's great, you know. We don't know how long that's going to last for, but you know, Australia's in a bit of a turmoil right now because we've got the Delta variant going crazy in Sydney and Victoria, and yeah, so we don't know if it's going to come over to Adelaide or not, and if it does, everything will get locked down. There'll be no live music until people get vaccinated. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, things are crazy right now. I've heard your area is getting hit pretty hard.
Yeah, yeah. We've got really low vaccination rates, which is a problem because we just didn't have enough vaccine. So the government didn't order it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. You know, I'm vaccinated, which is good. My family is. So, but it's just, yeah, we'll see how it all works out. Yeah.
And the third record that you're working on, is it a similar style to Holland?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, I don't really have any sort of grand master plan when I'm doing an album. I just sort of go song by song, and I mean, I do have a plan in a way, but like I don't have a concept album kind of idea. Like this album's going to be this. I really think I like the songs to be something like this, and I just go work on song to song. So yeah, we'll see how the third album goes. You know, I'm just hope it works out. You never know. You know, like if you know, so many bands just do 1 or 2 good albums and they just suck. And I just hope we're not that kind of band. You know, I hope we can still do more, because I wouldn't know what else to do if I couldn't do music. So yeah. Hopefully this third one works out well. Yeah.
Well, I see Hollis is getting some radio play, so that's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's been going good, and yeah, no, we're really happy with the support we've got and the interest from around the world. Yeah, no, it's been fantastic. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to what you have coming up in the future, and it's great talking to you. Everybody, look him up.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Cheers.
Yeah, and for everyone watching, I've linked your music in the video description, so check it out.